I have been wanting to get some video here of the front of the house before the sun gets around on it and changes the colors of everything. Diane did a lot of work out here. She completely redid this bed and remulched it. The rose bush here wintered over in the pot. I thought it was dead. It really got zapped, it looked like. I don't particularly like it because it's a single rose. It's not a doubles, so I don't think it's as pretty as it would be otherwise. But wouldn't you know that the dang thing came right back out this spring and leafed right out and started blooming like crazy. So if I had really liked it, I'm sure it wouldn't have. On the shepherd's crook here, Diane put a new mandevilla. It's called a mailbox mandevilla. You can see the bloom on it there. It's already got one. There's one out on the mailbox also. These are annuals, and they won't make it over the winter, but they're not all that expensive, and they are really nice, and it will grow all the way to the top of this shepherd's staff. On the shepherd's staff, we put a pot of geraniums this year. This is the first year we've ever had a geranium out here. Excuse me, I've wanted one. I thought they'd do well because they get a lot of sun out here, and so we're going to see. Already it's looking pretty good. Down here in the flower bed, there are 3 lavender bushes. We had 3 there last year. They did really well. They're perennials. They were supposed to be able to take really cold weather and come back. However, they didn't. One of them was totally zapped. The other 2 looked awful. So we just decided to pull them up and replace them this year. Hopefully this coming winter won't be quite as severe as this one was. In the front of the bed are dianthus. Starting on the left, those 3 are new ones. This one volunteered, I guess, from seed from last year because we had dianthus there last year. So we're just letting it go. We didn't replace it, but the others were dead. Had to be replaced. The window box is a variety of what's called perfect. Well, hell, I can't remember the name of them now. PW on the pot, perfect something, petunias. Anyway, they really are perfect. That's only 2 petunias. We had 2 in there last year. The ones we had last year had a white center, and oh man, they filled that whole window up. It was just beautiful, and I think these are going to do just as well. We really enjoyed it last year. Then Diane has just regular petunias, and these pots that she set out the other day. These were kind of leftovers, and we had these little pots, so she thought we'd just see how it works. By the way, that rock right there is a piece of petrified wood. It's from Louisiana, or rather Texas, right over on the Louisiana-Texas border. Toledo Bend Lake area is where it comes from. That actually, all 3 of those pieces are petrified wood. Diane's brother had a lot of it. You can't collect it anymore, but when he got it, it was legal. He's built 2 beautiful fireplaces. Actually 3. One for his mother and 2 for himself out of petrified wood. They're beautiful. These azaleas are the type of azaleas that bloom all year. They don't bloom heavily, but they bloom. They keep 5 or 6 blooms each on them. These 3 bushes really took a shot this winter. They looked awful, yet they have leafed back out. We thought they were dead, probably. I wish I had gotten the stump out here before the sun got on it, because I think it's prettier when it's not in the sun. the colors, but she had lantana here last year and it did really well. I've never been able to raise lantana myself. I've tried it several times and it always just didn't work. But this was very successful last year in this stump. There's also a dianthus back there by that pot, and the pot's just got some just regular petunias in it. So we'll see how this does. This stump has been here for quite a few years, but it's an ash. It was an ash tree, and man, they take a long time to rot, and they are hard. This wood is as hard as iron. Got to do a little work on that bush, but I love the way that bush spreads out around the tree. So anyhow, this is I hope the sunlight's not hitting this lens and flaring. This is the front of the house after Miss Diane has done her magic work on it. I want to take some before videos here. This is before Diane gets to work back here in the back. She's going to put mulch all down in this bed. As a matter of fact, there is the mulch. But I wanted to get a picture in the sun. I hope this comes out good of how pretty this Japanese maple is. But she's going to rework that bed there completely. And I'm going to walk out here. We've got to clean this up. This is what the damn mole does. He does this every spring. He gets under these flagstones and pushes the sand up that they're sitting on. We made a terrible mistake by not putting these things on concrete. That was another occasion of some money we saved that was not a good savings. Now she finished working here at the Blessed Mother's little garden, so she's got it done. Not sure how much more she's going to do out here. The hydrangea is budding out here, as you can see, and it'll bud out fully before it's over with. The monkey grass I cut down with a weed eater. We cut it down so it'd come back up and look good thick. The hostas have come up beautifully. The azalea is blooming. We call this Miss Clement's ferns because that's where a lot of them came from. Others came from the woods. There's more than one kind of fern out there. Down there by the fence is a native hydrangea, which has bloomed a little bit. It just has small white flowers on it. But that is a native to this area of the country, a native hydrangea. It does not bloom very, very pretty. Then let's see, over here, Diane did these pots. Here. There are more up there in the flats to be done. Those pots out there are our other azaleas that are blooming. Hosta. Forget what that ground color is. Oh, that's like a violet. See the little violets in there? Kind of neat. Fountain needs to be blown out. But there's the Japanese maple. It is really looking good. And then she's going to redo the mulch underneath it and around the hostas here. And she'll rework St. Francis here in his area. And up here on the fence she's got some petunias. We're going to try them out here. We haven't done petunias out here before. So there's a good bit of work to be done out here. All right, I said I was going to show you the after in the back garden here. After Diane got through performing her magic, we have had a lot of leaves fall off the ivy, which has a lot of yellow leaves in it. So they're now falling off. It's been quite windy. As a matter of fact, it's been windy every day as long as I can remember. But it has blown a lot of the leaves off down on the ground. Diane gets aggravated about that. But not much we can do about it. And this is the west side and the west gate into the garden. This is the Blessed Mother, little meditation area here. It's really nice to sit here on the bench, and you can meditate, you can pray a rosary, you just sit and look. But it's really nice and peaceful over here. It'll get really pretty later on because this impatiens will fill in most of that area, and it'll be really pretty. Another pot there. This hosta is quite large. It is, I think it's probably bigger this year than I remember it being. It's quite amazing how big it grows. Now to the right of the Blessed Mother there is a hibiscus. I keep calling them hibiscus, hydrangea. A lot of the taller growth on it got zapped this winter, but Diane cut it back, and it's coming out at the bottom. And now whether it will bloom as pretty this year as it has in years past, I don't know, since it's sort of starting over. But it has bloomed pink and it has bloomed blue without us really adding anything to the soil to change the color. It's just happened naturally. So we don't really know what color it's going to bloom. The monkey grass along the fence again was cut back with the weed eater all the way almost to the ground, so it's coming back out. And we did the same thing here with the monkey grass that is along the wall here behind the bench. Some of Diane's pots and things there. And then you see up onto the deck from here in the garden. Again, those goat planters came from Jackalope in Taos. We bought some of the stuff at the big Jackalope in Santa Fe, but I'm thinking we got those in Taos. I could be wrong. We eat breakfast out here on this porch or deck. It's a deck that was covered, of course, you know that. We really enjoy having breakfast out here, lunch most days, and we'll eat at night out here sometimes too. So we really enjoy this area. So that's the after in the back garden here.